I am about to sign a realtor, and I feel like I know how to help businesses because I am one, but I don't really know the implications for SEO for realtors. Like, can I do a keyword rich business name like I would with a business? Like, they're under, she's not a brokerage. She's just a high performing agent. And so I don't really know the ins and outs of SEO. And I know, Ryan, you have a realtor as a wife, and I'm sure you've SEO'd her. So like, what are some tips that you can give me to kind of shortcut this and give her success?
Yeah, I have not SEO'd my wife, quote unquote, because one, she's in a similar situation where she works under a large brokerage. For me to do that, I would have to create her own website. I would have to probably get her home address or get verified, which I don't really want to do because I don't really need our business out there like that, especially as a woman in Miami dealing with a lot of men. I just wouldn't that level of access. So she would have to get an office. So that's kind of like the crux of this, right? And I think the question is, what is the relationship between her and the brokerage? Because like real estate agents are kind of like, they're contractors basically, right? In a sense, they have their own business, but they're under the umbrella of a large brokerage, which is supposed to feed them leads, but not to the same extent that like a franchise would with a franchisor, which would, so like they're kind of on their own, which is a very big challenge.
Well, I actually made her an offer. I was going to build her a WordPress breakdance site, and I was going to optimize it, and I was going to do content creation for her for a year.
Okay.
So she's actually a top performing agent. She did 350,000 last year, which is pretty good. So I think she sold millions. So she's decent, but she has no website to speak of.
Yeah.
Like literally none, and no Google business profile, and she wants a 7 salesperson, and my intention is to create that for her, but I just don't know if I have the power to have a name in the business profile type of leverage for an agent that's under a brokerage.
You would have to get her own, that would be kind of like she would have to probably talk to the company and see if they're okay with her doing that. I'm assuming they probably would be, because that's just going to help her generate leads, which is going to sell business for them. But for her to get a verified Google business profile, she's going to need a physical address to get verified. She can probably get her home. Okay. So step one would be to get that verified. Step two would be, I wouldn't put like, Ryan Stewart agent. I would just do like Ryan Stewart, try and sneak in like Miami real estate agent, or like Miami
relocation military expert.
That would be step one, and then the website would obviously support that. Darren, I don't know if you have anything to add on this.
Yeah, so I think she's going to get massive value. If her current strategy is to just, whatever sends me, that's all I get. If she builds her own dedicated website, she builds her own Google business profile verified at her own address, that actually gives her quite a bit of leverage if she removed brokerages, right? So she's not so tied to the brokerage. She actually has her own thing. And that's actually real estate agents are contractors. And so I think that it's a really smart move for her. I think she'll get great benefit from it. I think that that's a real powerful strategy. And that's actually a bit of a sales strategy for you. You're like, right now you own nothing. Let's build up something that you now own. This is going to be yours.
It's going to be so fun.
I'm excited for you to have this class.
I mean, she has no online profile to speak of, no Google business profile, nothing. And I mean, she's like crushing it. She's crushing it. But imagine if she had an online storefront that she could send people to where they could kind of stalk her a little bit.
It's great.
And get some info, because that's what people want to do. They don't always want to just call right away. Like, well, I mean, sometimes you just want to stalk someone and like find out what they're about and, contact when you're ready. Right?
Yep.
Chime in real quick. I have a real estate agent client. He has his own website and Google business profile. He only had a handful of reviews because he was collecting reviews through Zillow and all these other platforms. And so I really encouraged Google. So we've been posting his Google business profile reviews. He just started SEO on his website and had like amazing results in the first month, like better than any other client I've ever had, just by fixing the website and doing, the basic web SEO things. And then we just started his local service ads, and so far it's been amazing. So I just wanted to chime in and say that these efforts are worth it. I think her having, control over her business is going to be huge. I think this is going to be great for her.
What I was kind of alluding to and what Ann was talking about too is that, her friend has sold millions last year and has no SEO presence. I do think that SEO is a second step, not a first step for real estate agents. The first step is referrals, networking, relationships, credibility, finding your kind of like little niche within the space in social media. You know, it's free. And that's the other issue too, is that it can get very expensive doing this marketing. And if you're paying it, like, the brokerage isn't paying for the marketing, you're paying out of your own salary, right? Like, it's very hard to do. It's a really good, I think, second step. And also too, because of that, I think LSAs and local SEO are kind of like a little hidden pocket because of the nature of the relationship, where a brokerage holds all of the revenue for the most part that would invest in actual marketing, but there's a million agents and there's not a ton of brokerages. And so there's kind of a small blue ocean strategy in the real estate game to get into the local SERPs and LSAs too, where I'm sure the leads coming off LSAs are $10 or less, you know. Granted, there's probably a lot of bad leads, but still $10 leads from search is incredibly high intent. I love the conversations, guys. This is what this is all about.
Hey, Ryan here. Hope you liked that video. If you want more, check out these two videos right here on the screen.